Hi, welcome everyone to this June 7th workshop meeting of the Oyster Bay East Norwich School District. Can everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Okay, I'd like to turn it over to Dr. Yanni for the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Ms. Kowalski, and good evening, everyone. This is a busy time of the year. We have something pretty much every day, every night, a lot going on in all our schools. So last week on Wednesday, we had the academic awards, the underclassmen for 9th, 10th, and 11th grade, and it was great to see all the students. We were in the auditorium. Hopefully tomorrow we have a senior awards night. Hopefully the weather would be cooperating a little bit more, so we'll be outside. But I want to take this opportunity to congratulate everybody. All the students are doing some amazing work, coming back to school and staying on top of all the grades and all the coursework. We also had last week the 3rd and 4th grade spring concert that took place at Vernon in the gymnasium, and it was the band, the orchestra, the chorus, and everybody did an excellent job. The program, the Oyster Bay music program, is alive and doing very well, and we're very, very proud of the work that the students are doing. It was impressive to see at that young age that they can perform so well. So very, very pleased with that. Friday, hopefully you had an opportunity to join us outside. It was the Oyster Bay Jazz Festival. First time I've seen that. It was great. It was the entire community, a lot of people from the community. I don't want to say the entire community, but they had the chairs, beach chairs outside, and it was a great, great event. So hopefully you had a chance to see it. And I want to thank Mr. Sizia, Mr. Flood, Mr. Janetta DeVasi, Mr. Castides, and Ms. Massey, and Ms. Mueller for all the great work they're doing with our students. So let's give them a round of applause. Last night we had a science research symposium, and it was divided into two sections. One was to review some of the work that our seniors and one junior they're doing in terms of science research. It was impressive to hear their project, to listen to their projects, and it was a lot of work that they did, and we had the valedictorian, and a lot of other students, and the work was quite impressive. It was difficult at time to follow. That's how intense it was, but we're very proud of the work that they have done over the years. The second part of the symposium was to talk about the science research and the starting of the science research from an earlier point. So students in the 8th grade were invited, incoming 8th graders were invited to be part of the science research program, and that's something that we plan to develop more and more. And so hopefully in the immediate future, we're gonna have some great success. So congratulations to all the work done. I know that Astrof was there presenting, and Mr. Aquaro, Stephen Aquaro, one of a great science research teacher. It is, things like this don't just happen by coincidence. There's a lot of work that comes from within, from the school, the support that the board is giving to the students, to those programs, but also I want to take this opportunity to thank you, the parents. I know as a parent how difficult it is. You have to manage your job and drive back and forth and bring them to science review, regents review, and then back and forth. So I want to thank you for being the amazing partners that you are. We are in together, but you should be very proud of your kids, of the work that they're doing. I used to say all the time, I wish people would know what my son or my daughter look inside the house. I'm sure you feel the same way, but when they leave your house and they come over here, they are truly model students, and we are very, very proud to have them every single day. So I want to thank you for all the work that you do. At this point, we have a lot of words, so I'm going to ask Dr. Pescara to just get to the podium so we can recognize our students. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Yanni, and thank you to the Board of Education for allowing me the opportunity to recognize some of our truly remarkable students in the Oyster Bay East Norwich Central School District. This is always my favorite time of the year when we celebrate students for all their accomplishments and truly get to see what makes Oyster Bay East Norwich so special. Tonight is no different. We are recognizing students for being published, standing up for what is right, as well as showing their language and science skills. To begin, I'd like to call Chris Bartell, the literacy specialist at Theodore Roosevelt, and Miss Tammy McElwee, the principal at Theodore Roosevelt, up to the podium to share the winners of the Magic Daisy Publishing 2022 Children's Poetry Competition.
So it's truly a privilege to be here with all of you and in the presence of 3 second-grade published poets from the Theodore Roosevelt School. We had a selection process at Roosevelt, and we selected these 3 poems, and then we submitted them to a contest, and we're thrilled when we found out that all 3 of our entries won. And in my personal and professional opinion, they are receiving the greatest gift a writer can receive. They were published. All 3 poems were published in this beautiful book called Marvelous Minds. Yep. And I just want to read a little bit from the back of the book, and I do want to read the complete title. It's Marvelous Minds, Poems Written by Children from Around the World. So not just New York, not just the United States, but around the world. And so on the back, they printed, we had so many fantastic entries from children aged 4 to 11 years, and it was a pleasure to read all the poems. And then at the bottom they say, thank you to all the wonderful poets who have contributed to this collection. You really do all have marvelous minds. So I think we need to clap for them again. And it's truly an honor for me to introduce these poets who will share their poems with you. So I'd like to invite Max Kingsley to come forward to share his poem, O Star, O Star.
No, go up there. Better idea, Max. Sorry.
Oh star, you make me so happy, shining bright over me while I'm sleeping. I feel you hovering over me. Oh star, you shine so bright. You also make me have good dreams.
Great job, Max. Thank you, Max. And now I invite Isadora Criscola to come forward to read her poem, Snowplow War.
The snow has come, a pile o' heap. Snowplow come and clean the street. Snow fly back, snow fly forth, and that began the snowplow war.
And last but certainly not least, I invite Victoria Peltzer to share I Am.
I am a cloud when I am shy. I am rain when I cry. I am wind when I play. I am.
We're very proud of our poets for sure. And by the way, this is available on Amazon if you want to purchase your own copy of Marvelous Minds.
Great job, guys. It took me 33 years to be published, and you were published at 7 and 8 years old. Congratulations. Next, I'd like to call up Ms. Arguman. She is the supervisor of guidance, and she's going to recognize a true leader in our high school.
This spring, the Oyster Bay High School Counseling Center was asked to nominate a student for the Friedlander Upstander Award. This award is given to Nassau and Suffolk County students who have shown themselves to be upstanders against intolerance in all forms. We are so pleased that we were able to nominate Emma Kelly, who we knew was very well deserving of this recognition. Emma is an active and involved member of our student body and genuinely wishes to make a difference in the world. She believes in standing up for what's right, even if it's not the most popular opinion. Last week, we're thrilled to announce that Emma earned this award, and she was the only high school student in Nassau County to earn this prestigious recognition in addition to a $5,000 scholarship. We're so proud of you, Emma. May you always stay true to yourself and do what is right. We wish you all the best at St. Joseph's College next year. No surprise that she'll be studying special education. Her patience, kindness, and compassion are definitely going to make her a wonderful teacher. Come on up, Emma.
Thank you, Ms. Arguman, and congratulations. At this time, I'd like to call up Ms. Rachel Green, the supervisor of world languages, to recognize those students who placed in the National Spanish and National French exams. Ms. Green?
Good evening. In March, 72 of our world language students participated in Le Grand Concours, which is the National French exam, as well as the National Spanish exam. 38 of our students of the 72 placed nationally. Tonight, it is my pleasure to recognize the students who placed. We're going to recognize the National French exam contest winners first. Silver, Anya Kelly. Silver, Anya Shad. Silver, Finn Trotman. Oh for 3. Bronze, Sarah Castillo. Bronze, Leah McConville. Bronze, Julia Milos. Bronze, Jocelyn Shadler. Honorable mention, Francesca Alejo. Honorable mention, Ava Iacolano. Honorable mention, Jack Iacolano. Honorable mention, Omek Kumar. Honorable mention, Toby Valerie. And now the winners of the National Spanish Exam Contest. When your name is called, please come up. Winning gold, Darling Hernandez Urias. Silver, Justin de los Santos del Orbe. Silver, Litzy Escobar Hernandez. Silver, Leonel Escoto Soto. Silver, Brandy Palacios. Silver, Alexa Pineda. Silver, Ricky Pontaran. Silver, Menor Zelaya Pagoda. Bronze, Jason Chavez. Bronze, Daniela Flores. Bronze, Bronze, Jeffrey Herrera Torres. Bronze, Allison Licea. Bronze, Karina Mejia. Bronze, Oliver Paguada. Bronze, Anthony Ulloa Ponce. Bronze, Christian Vasquez. Honorable mention, Pablo Alvarez. Honorable mention, Deanna Bassart. Honorable mention, Christopher Dean. Honorable mention, Felipe Duran Orellana. Honorable mention, Lauren Emerson. Honorable mention, Christopher Lopez Montoya. Honorable mention, Valeria Mendez. Honorable mention, Joel Molina. Honorable mention, Aimee Ponce Hernandez. And honorable mention, Gwendolyn Ruiz Carrera. Congratulations.
One more. Congratulations, and thank you, Ms. Green. Last but not least, I'd like to ask Dr. Ostroff, the Supervisor of Science, to join us on stage to present some of our great young minds with a certificate for their achievements in the Long Island Science Congress competition. Dr. Ostroff?
Thank you so much for having us here tonight. At last night's research symposium, we were able to share our immense gratitude for the support that our community, our Board of Education, our central office, our teachers, our administrators, everyone's really showing and providing to our research program. And we shared how extremely lucky our rising research students are and the amazing opportunities that are ahead of them. Anyone who has embarked on research in science knows that every failure and every piece of reading and perseverance, and every single time that you try something that doesn't work, it's teaching you and it's growing you, and every single time that you're putting that effort in, And all that goes into maybe one small finding, but the process is so valuable and the process is so worth it. The students being recognized tonight not only put in that process work, that reading, that perseverance, but they each discovered something unique and in a way contributed to our collective thinking and our understanding of the world. So with me here tonight is Master Teacher Stephen Aquaro, who leads his Master Teacher colleagues in actually looking at research programs throughout the state. And so there's about 15 different teachers that sit with him and think about how do we as a community grow success within this program. So we are so excited about what's in store and so excited to be with you here today to honor our students. Rebecca Glavin, who's our teaching assistant, also in combination with Mr. Aquaro, have invested hundreds of hours supporting student work towards the awards for the Science Congress that are being given tonight. So we're going to take turns sharing a little bit of the student learning from each of their projects as we call them up. So we're going to ask you to hold your applause so that we're going to say their name, and as they walk up, we're going to describe a little bit about what they contributed to our scientific community. So the first student we're going to call up is Nathaniel Miller. He did a snake survey of Long Island. Nate is exploring the population density and biodiversity of herptile organisms in Long Island. Specifically, he utilized artificial cover survey sampling and geotagged 12 locations around Sagamore Hill, the Muttontown Preserve, and the Shoe Swamp.
Next up is Bridget Zaradnik with her project, The Effect of Climate Change on Telomere Length in C. elegans. Bridget designed an apparatus to simulate two known effects of climate change, higher CO2 levels and higher temperatures. She utilized a model nematode to determine if exposure to CO2 and higher temperatures has any effect on the aging process. While supply chain issues prevented the genetic analysis, she was able to determine that the worm cultures aged at a much more rapid rate when exposed to these conditions.
Rachel Singer studied the impact of social media on body image and the eating habits of adolescents. Rachel assessed the galvanic skin responses to measure the stress felt by students while watching TikTok videos about healthy habits and unrealistic body image expectations. She found that the videos did create corresponding stress response in most participants, but saw no statistically significant differences in their resulting behaviors.
Christopher Tax studied ant colony behavior. He successfully started 2 colonies of ant species, the harvester ant and the black carpenter ant. He found that when interacting with members of the opposite colony, ants acted quickly to simultaneously protect and move their brood, as well as destroy the ability of the opposing queen to interact with her colony. The larger ants used this turf war to expand their colony and incorporate into a greater food supply.
It was hard to watch. Alexandra Flores studied mealworms eat plastic. Alex learned that mealworms are capable of utilizing styrofoam as a food source. She measured the size, growth rate, and respiration rates of mealworms that ate a diet consisting of plastics and compared them to a control. She found that while they seemed to be every bit as healthy as the control, these worms were on average smaller and less active than the control group.
John Vespi with carbon emissions of hybrid electric vehicles, and internal combustion engines with respect to direct and indirect factors. John explored the total average carbon emissions required to create and operate a hybrid, electric vehicle, and standard gas-powered car for 100,000 miles. When incorporating car part transportation and manufacturing, electric cars were only marginally better in terms of carbon emission.
Jonah Gluck couldn't be here. He's at his college orientation, but we have to share his amazing work. Jonah Gluck studied the unsupervised multivariate anomaly detection through variational autoencoding in HVAC machinery. Jonah utilized deep learning or artificial intelligence coding algorithms to analyze hundreds of thousands of data points, and he was therefore able to correctly predict the failure of various sensors in HVAC systems. And this allowed him to kind of streamline the maintenance process with something known as predictive maintenance. And he's actually right now he's getting a patent for his findings. So we talk about publications, and publications is one route to go, right? And then there's a slightly more lucrative route, which is the patent process. And so he's right now actually pursuing a patent for the work that he's done through the program. So let's give it up for Jonah. So again, thank you so much. Thank everybody for the amazing support. We could not wish for, hope for a more supportive community for research. It's just an honor. So thank you so much, and let's give another round of applause for our amazing winners.
No one? Okay, great. Okay, let's move on to approval of minutes. Do I have a motion? Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Move on to, okay, the opportunity for the public to be heard, but no one has signed in. Let's move on to the approval of instructional personnel. Do I have a motion? Oh, well, actually, resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education of the Oyster Bay East Norwich Central School District hereby approves the instructional personnel items as listed in the entirety. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, Ms. Corsi, just one?
Uh-huh.
Just with the football coaches, they have all their certifications, so there's no issues come the fall in the past? Yes?
They are fully certified,
Okay.
they're in compliance with all the regulations, so we're looking forward to be on the field.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Let's move on to non-instructional personnel items. Approval of non-instructional personnel items. Resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education of the Oyster Bay East Norwich Central School District hereby approves the non-instructional personnel items as listed in their entirety. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? Any discussion?
No. Sorry.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Move on to approval of business items. Resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education of the Oyster Bay East Norwich Central School District hereby approves the business items as listed in their entirety. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Approval of special services resolutions. Resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education of the Oyster Bay East Norwich Central School District hereby approves the special services resolutions as listed in their entirety. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Approval of new business resolutions. Resolved upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education of the Oyster Bay East Norwich Central School District hereby approves the new business resolutions as listed in their entirety. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, so now opportunity for the public to be heard on non-agenda items. I understand we have nobody signed in. Okay, so do we have a motion to close the meeting?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Thank you, everyone. Oh, we adjourn to executive session to discuss personnel.